Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. You and your families, and at this time, ask that any member of the U.S. military, both past and present, and the armed forces of our allies from around the world. Seaworld is not only committed to those in uniform.
Interconnected ocean, a vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the story of the ocean with all its splendor and uncertainty than the killer whale, or as it's scientifically known, the Orcinus orca. The orca lives in the Indian, to the mighty Pacific and beyond. This whale's story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Seaworld's Orca Encounter. I'm James, and it's my honor to introduce you to this intriguing and majestic animal. There's absolutely nothing like seeing a killer whale up close and learning about them and all of their natural behaviors. We hope that this Orca encounter helps you get a better understanding of these magnificent creatures and all that they represent.
While they are found in every ocean, orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica. In fact, there are at least 10 types or ecotypes of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whale size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat. As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey. When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage. Truly are a natural wonder, and my friends Ulysses
and Shuka are going to help me show you some of their physical characteristics. Their blowhole at the top of their head is perfectly designed for getting a quick breath of air at the surface of the water. Even their eyes work to their advantage. It looks like their eyes are within that white eye patch, but that's just a visual distraction. Their eyes are actually located in the darker area, camouflaged from thrashing prey. The fin at the top of the whale, that's known as a dorsal fin. The dorsal fin helps stabilize the whale and help regulate their body temperature. There's no bone or muscle, so sometimes you'll see a curve. The flippers on either side of the whale's body are known as pectoral flippers, which are mainly used for steering and staffing. Each pectoral flipper has 5 bony digits in them, just like the human hand. And the lobes on either side of the whale's tail are known as tail flukes. The tail flukes are the engine of the killer whale, propelling them up to speeds of 30 miles an hour, which is as fast as some of our speedboats. But an orca swims the fastest and uses the most power when they're propelling their nearly 10,000-pound bodies all the way up and out of the water.
Killer whales are highly social animals with a well-defined social structure. An orcapod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation.
So more.
Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting. Vocal development studies here at Seaworld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shuka learned and even taught other killer whales here at Seaworld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like all animals, killer whales use body language as a form of communication. Pectoral slaps are used to display dominance and help get noticed. For example, a mother may use a pet slap to get her calf's attention. But when they really want to be heard, they'll preach. Spy hopping is how killer whales coordinate and get a better view of their surroundings when they hunt. And fluke slaps are also another form of communication that killer whales use in the wild. In a here at Seaworld.
Killer whales work together to rear their young, protect their pod, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate to survive in the wild oceans of the world. The orca's hunting techniques are as varied as the whales themselves. Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herring. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flukes, making for an easy meal.
Southern hemisphere will capture sea lions by pulling them right out the beach. Antarctic orcas will actually create waves that'll wash over floating blocks of ice, knocking unsuspecting seals into the water. All right. Well, you're just seeing all these waves crash here in front of you. However, you truly can't imagine the amount of water displaced until you've experienced it firsthand. Luckily, I got a brave volunteer that has volunteered to feel the power of the wave created by our killer whale. So everyone put your hands together for Samuel. All right, Samuel, here we go, dude. So you're gonna follow me. You're gonna be our seal, and you're gonna take a seat on our iceberg here, and you're gonna hold on very tightly, Samuel, because in a few moments, it's about to get a whole lot chillier. And it looks like we have a very special friend here coming from the back. We have 10,000-pound Ulysses coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold on tight, Samuel. Hang in there. All right, let's give him a big round of applause here, everyone. Welcome to Seaworld, dude. Now, killer whales can be found throughout the world's oceans, so it's no wonder why they have all types of prey, including other whales. The blue whale on the screen is the largest animal on Earth. It is 5 times longer and 50 times heavier than these whales here in front of you. So, how's a whale the size of Orca take down a whale that size? Well, it's not possible because killer whales are the ultimate team player.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
an important part of everyday life for killer whales. It's how they teach the young how to hunt and develop their skills as they grow. Now, killer whales spend a lot of time interacting and showing their playful side, both in the wild and, of course, right here at Seaworld. Porpoising is when an orca swims fast at the surface, breaking out of the water just briefly. Now you can see them doing this when catching a ride in the wake of a boat, or when surfing a wave. Killer whales love to be touched and will actually rub their bellies on rocks when they can. Watch as Kalia demonstrates something similar right here in front of you. Now you'll see whales imitate each other in the wild, and we see it here at Seaworld all the time, where they're constantly mimicking and learning from each other. Let's take a look. Playful behavior does have a purpose. Normally, a tail whip would be used to stun fish when hunting. However, today, I got a feeling they might be stunning all of you. Now, as you can see, we interact with our whales all day, every day. We share trusted relationships and provide optimal healthcare, research, and quality of life. Whoa. The whales will even take an active role in their own healthcare and well-being. For example, they'll present us with their tail flukes, which is helpful when obtaining a voluntary blood sample. And you can see that right here between Sierra and Keith. And they'll even sign up on a scale so we can monitor their weight, just like Orchid here on our video. And they'll even let us collect a breath sample from their blowhole, thanks to the trusted relationships we've developed day by day here at SeaWorld. However, at this time, I'd like to introduce you to a very special whale. She is one of the 4 females that we have here at SeaWorld. Please put your hands together for Orchid. Now, believe it or not, Orchid was actually the first baby born here at SeaWorld San Diego. She is one of 4 females. Now, despite her size being a little bit more on the smaller side in comparison to the boys, her personality makes up a very big way. We challenge our whales every day to try new things, to engage, and to stimulate their minds. Diet, exercise, and of course play keep our whales like Orchid in great shape.
The whales here at Seaworld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states.
Hala.
Other research has been done here at Seaworld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today, you've supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world. If we work together, like the killer whale, we can protect the future of the Orcinus orca and this beautiful planet that we all share.
Thank you for joining us at Orca Encounter. We hope to gain a greater appreciation for these animals. Have a great rest of your night here at SeaWorld. Bye-bye, everyone.